Hi, everyone. My name is Haley Benedict, and I am a cyber intelligence analyst here at RANE. And today I'm going to be talking about the cyber component of Russia's hybrid sabotage campaign targeting Europe. So, the past couple of years, Russia has been carrying out this hybrid sabotage campaign against Europe, and that involves arson, explosives, vandalism, violent attacks, incursions into airspace, and then also cyber attacks. And Denmark accused Russia of being behind two separate incidents, one in 2024 that led to water pipes exploding and caused disruptions to household water supply, and then another campaign that took down a bunch of websites, public websites, the night before elections last month. And both of these were carried out by what it said were Russia-linked hacktivist groups, which shows the kind of tools that Russia is usually willing to use in this broader cyber campaign. And the attack on the water system is especially interesting because it was carried out by a hacktivist group, and we are seeing those hacktivist groups targeting operational technology a lot more frequently and critical infrastructure more broadly. And that goes beyond some of those more low-level classic hacktivist tactics like website defacements and distributed denial of service attacks. In terms of the impact, individually, none of these incidents, cyber and physical sabotage, have been super impactful on their own in terms of damage or lives lost, but they have had the effect of redirecting security resources. And then in terms of where this is going, as we head into winter, Russia is going to see an opportunity to really shore up these attacks because European electricity grids are facing greater demand, infrastructure is facing greater pressure, and then there's also going to be greater transport volumes. So to Russia, this would mean these systems are more vulnerable under that increased pressure, and they are more likely to cause disruptions that would result in a panic and cause more significant challenges to really remediate. And so we're looking at energy grids, logistics, telecommunications, and water supplies as some of those targets that are going to be most attractive to Russian actors. And the reason why Russia is doing all of this is because Western countries are continuing to tighten economic restrictions on Russia, and they're continuing to support Ukraine with aid packages. And then Russia's also maintaining its maximalist demands in peace negotiations. So that means that Russia does have incentive to maintain this campaign, at least for this foreseeable future. And then there are a couple different moves from Europe that would incentivize Russia to increase its risk calculus. So a lot of them have to do with peace deal negotiations and aid decisions for Ukraine. So, for example, leaders in Europe were considering using frozen Russian assets to fund aid efforts, and they weren't able to come to a consensus on this time. And they won't be doing it in the near term, but it's something that they could revisit in the future. And if they did, this might incentivize Russia to undertake more damaging or potentially destructive cyber attacks. So, like those that use data wipe or malware. And in the past few years, Russia has largely restricted its use of data wipe or malware to the Ukrainian war theater. But if there's something that's really escalating the scenario with Europe, Russia might be more willing to undertake this kind of activity. And what that would do is it would make systems completely inoperable with virtually no recourse. So it could cause a massive logistical issue for the victim. It would be really expensive to fix. And then whatever was targeted would have their operations down for a while. All of this was part of Russia's broader hybrid campaign against Europe. Russia is trying to really drive up those intimidation tactics, seeking to impose real economic costs on Europe in retaliation for their support for Ukraine, and then also just disrupt logistics. That's the quick take on Russian cyber activity against Europe right now, but our analysts are following this really closely, and it's something that we update on our platform frequently. So stay tuned to learn more about it.